discuss the emission spectra, emission and the absorption spectra. Now let me clear here that the number of the lines which are obtained in the emission spectra is more than the absorption spectra. So if we want to get the spectra simplified, we find out the absorption spectra of the particular substance. Now the study of the spectra of the different chemical substance is known as the spectroscopy. Now the atomic spectra of the hydrogen was also studied, and it led to the development of the structure of the atom. So the atomic spectra of hydrogen was studied with the help of the emission spectra. Here again in the same way, the discharge tube of the hydrogen gas was taken and an electric discharge was made, or electric current was passed. As a result, what will happen? The hydrogen gas, in the form of molecule it is present, it breaks down into the atom. Now the molecule has absorbed the energy, it got excited up, and as a result what will happen? To come back to its normal state, right, its ground state. Normal state means the ground state where it was having its own energy, initial energy, right. If to get back to its original state, what will we do? It is going to emit out the radiation, and when the radiation is emitted and made to fall on the prism through the slit, we will get the spectrum obtained on the photographic plate, and when it was developed, we get the number of lines. Right, now the atomic spectra of the hydrogen, right, the number of the spectral lines which were obtained are being grouped, or we can say divided into 4 types. Now these spectral lines were grouped as Lyman series, as a Balmer series, right, Paschen, Brackett and Pfeffer series. Now you can see here the diagrammatic representation of these series. Now here this is the complete spectrum of the hydrogen which was obtained. Right, this is the, we can say, the photographic plate which has been developed. We got in this way the lines. Now you can see that the beginning we are having the Lyman series here. This group of lines were known as the Lyman series. The group of lines here were the Balmer series. Then we have the Paschen series. Then we have the Brackett series, and then the Pfeffer series. Right, now the Lyman series, right, it falls in the ultraviolet region. Balmer series, it falls in the visible region. Paschen, Brackett and Pfeffer, it falls in the infrared region. Now let me make here clear that the ultraviolet region and the visible region, that is the Lyman series and the Balmer series, they were obtained in the photographic plate, can be obtained. Whereas the Paschen, Brackett and Pfeffer, which falls in the infrared region, a different method or different techniques were being utilized. Right, now the Balmer, right, now the name are being just given on the scientist name only, those who have studied or observed this series or these lines, spectral lines. Now the Balmer, he just gave the, we can say, the spectral lines represented by the, this is the wave number, right, just inverse of the wavelength, and he gave the representation in this form that wave number is equal to, associated with the spectral line, will be equal to 109677 upon multiplied by 1 upon 2 square minus 1 upon n square. Right, student? Now here this 2 represent the energy level. We will discuss later on this one, or we can say the shell number also. Right, now this is n, which will be either equal to 2 or it will be greater than 2. Right, we are now just going to see ahead that how this formula or how this is going to be used to find out the Lyman series, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett, how this is relating with this series.
Correct.
So Balmer gave the formula, right, which we have just gone through. I'm just writing it again here. It is, Balmer formula is for the wave number, right? This is all here, the wave number equals to 109,677 within bracket 1 upon 2 square minus 1 upon n square, where n centimeter inverse. Now this n is here the integer whose value will be either equal to 2 or it will be greater than 2. Right, with its help we can find out the wave number, right, of the Balmer series. Later on, Rydberg gave a general formula. He gave a general formula, right, for all the series, which is wave number equals to 109,677 within bracket 1 upon n1 square minus 1 upon n2 square centimeter inverse, where n2 will n1 and n2 are the integers and n2 will be greater than the n1. Now students, here the n stands definitely the integer, but it is representing here the energy levels, or you can say it representing the shell, right? Now here we have just written down the series on one side, series Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett and Pfund series, and here N1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and N2 are the 2, 3 depending upon the transition which will take place. Transition means jumping off from ground state to the excited state. And when it will coming return back to that state, the energy will be liberated out and we will get the, for every jump we are going to get the spectral lines. Okay, now just see here for the Lyman series, N1 will be 1, right? But N2 will be more than 1, that is can be either 2, it can be 3 or it can be 4, right? And we will put these values for here, and for every value of N2 we will get the spectral line, a single individual spectral line will be obtained. In the same way in the Balmer series, here the N1 is 2, it is fixed. Now this is there that for the particular series the N1 value is going to be fixed, N2 value is going to change. Now for the Balmer series, N1 is 2, whereas N2 value will be more than N1, so it will be 3, 4 in this way, right? Paschen series, it is N1 is 3 and N2 value will be more than the N1, so it is going from 4, 5 and ahead. In the same way for the Brackett, we have got the N1 value is 4, right? And N2 value will be 5, 6, 7 in this way. And this way Pfund, the last series, it is N1 is 5 here and N2 is, it can be either 6, 7 in this way, right? So here that for every, we can say N2, that is for when N2 value is 2, we will get with the, we will put it in the formula, N1 will be fixed, and for that time the value, the spectral line which will be obtained, the number of spectral line is going to increase depending upon the value of the N2, right? Now Rydberg formula, this is a general formula from where we can get the number of the spectral lines, right? For the different series, this value, that is 109677, is known as the Rydberg constant. So Rydberg constant is equal to 109677 centimeter inverse, right? So the atomic spectra of the hydrogen on more generalization give the number of the spectral lines, and to determine or derive those spectral lines we got the we have the Rydberg formula, right? It's a more general formula to obtain the different spectral line of the series, and later we will come to know that how this spectral line of hydrogen helps to study the structure of atom. Last class we discussed the successes or the merits of the Bohr model. The first was that it was able to explain the stability of the atom. Second, it helped to calculate out the radius and the energy of the permissible orbits or the energy level around the or in the hydrogen atom or hydrogen-like species. Now the third success or third merit of it is that it was able to explain the atomic spectra of the spectrum of the hydrogen. Now Bohr considered that so long the electron remains in a particular orbit, it will have a definite free energy or the angular momentum associated with it. Now the lowest possible energy, right, which is associated with the electron is known as its ground state. Now whenever from the external source the radiation falls or it has been heated or the temperature has been increased, the electron will just absorb that energy, right, and it will get excited out. It will become unstable. Now student, you have to keep this thing in mind that the excited state is always unstable. So it is going to just rise up to the higher shell. Now when it has jumped to the higher shell, So it will again will be a temporary state of it. It is a short-lived state. So very quickly it is going to release the energy which it has absorbed either directly or in installment. Now why I'm saying in this way, because if it release the energy directly, it will just come to the same shell from where it has got jumped, right? Otherwise, what it will do, it will come to in installment means first to the one shell, then another shell. So in the, we can say in the installment, it is going to release out the energy, right? Now the energy which has been released out, it will be equal to the difference between the energy of the higher state and that of the lower state. And you know that the energy is related with the frequency, right, through the Planck's quantum theory, that is delta E equals to h nu. So for every, we can say the energy absorbed and then when it is released out, it is related with a definite amount of frequency, and frequency has got a discrete value or a fixed value, right? Therefore, for every transition, that means every, we can say jump, we are going to get the a particular frequency liberated out, radiation liberated out. So we will obtain a line or a spectral line for it. Yes. Now just we can going to just plot the spectral lines, right, for different transition. Now just have a view over here. Now we are taking here on the y-axis. This is there. Now in the this one is representing here the shell numbers here. So this is shell number 1, definite energy level. This is shell 2, second energy level, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and then to the infinity. Right? Now when the electron in the ground state is present in the first shell, right, radiation falls on it. Now it is going to jump to the higher state, right? Let it be, it has jumped to the higher state. Let it be infinite state. So when it is an infinite state, so that state will be the unstable one. So what are the possible values? That it can jump from infinite energy level directly to the ground one, n equals to 1, right? Or it has jumped to shell number 7 and then further transition is taking place from 7 to here 1, then from 6 to 1, 5 to 1, 4 to 1, 3 to 1 and 2 to 1. So student, here n1 is 1 and n2 can have any value. It can have value greater than 1. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and infinity. Right? So for every transition here, we are going to get a spectral line, and this spectral line which we obtain here was named by Lyman as a Lyman series, and it falls in the UV region. Right? Now you can get a question in your mind that, ma'am, in a hydrogen atom we have got only, this is a spectrum for hydrogen. In a hydrogen atom we have got only one electron. So how we are getting so many spectral lines here for a single electron? Now let me make the thing clear here that when we are obtaining the spectral lines, right, or the atomic spectrum of the hydrogen, that time we are having in the discharge tube we have got hydrogen gas enclosed, right? So hydrogen gas enclosed has got number of the, we can say, hydrogen molecule, and then further we have a number of the hydrogen atom, and for every hydrogen atom we have got a single electron. Now when the radiation will fall, now depending upon the exposure or depending upon how much energy which electron has absorbed, the jumping of the electron to different energy level will take place. So this is the transition not shown by the single electron, it is shown by the number of the electrons which are present in the cylindrical or in the discharge tube. Right? Now just come to the second series. Now it might be possible, here you can see that the electron has got a jump from third to 2, fourth to 2, fifth to 2, sixth to 2, then 7 to 2 and infinity to 2. Right? So here n1 is 2, right, and n2 can have any values which will be greater than the n1. So the lines which have been obtained, spectral lines, is the Balmer series, and it fall in the visible region. In the same way, students, here also when the transition is taking place from fourth shell to the third shell, fifth shell to the third shell, then sixth to third, seventh to third and infinite state to third, we will get the Paschen series, right? So this Paschen series fall in the infrared region. Similarly, for the bracket series which we get, right, it will transition from n equal to 5, sorry, 5 to 4, 6 to 4, 7 to 4, and infinite to 4. So bracket series. The P-Fund series, so here's a 5. This will be from 6 to 5, 7 to 5, and infinite to 5. So we'll get the P-Fund series. So Paschen series, bracket series, and the P-Fund series, they fall in the IR region, infrared region. Now these names is a Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, bracket, and P-Fund. They is on the name of the scientists which have studied them or observed them, right? So this should be clear that the spectral lines are obtained whenever the transition is taking place.